So what I was saying is, when you know who you are, then you know what you can take and what you cannot take. So what you cannot take now becomes your boundary. The moment you see that trait in someone, you know that I can't do this.
It's a bad idea.
There are some traits that I generally believe everyone should have as a boundary. Every single person.
Male, female, and hermaphrodite. So everyone.
GBSS, those people. The first general trait I think everyone should have as a boundary is an angry spouse. Is good. God is good.
We prayed. We have prayed and fasted ahead of today.
How are you, Choma?
Hi. It was good. It was good. Look, there are issues, so we have to talk. We have to talk about a lot of things. There are issues, honestly, people. Okay, so hi.
Hello. Lady UD is always saying words that will make my head keep spinning. She said, ready to be educated by the professor. Hey.
I agree. It's true. Sure, sir. Okay, guys. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Just Before You Say I Do on Instagram Live. You went for makeup, not set up. I didn't make up. This is the way you saw me in the show. Now. This is where I come up from. Mr. Barrister Olumide, Shebi, you saw me on the show. Is that not how I do? I did not change anything. I just moved the location.
Always looking pretty now.
Future husband, are you listening? Okay, so now Just Before You Say I Do, we talk about some of the conversations we should have before we get into the marriage. So let me put it this way. The conversations we talk about, conversations and the agreements we should have before we say I do. This is the third edition, and I'm so glad that we could, we're making it happen. God is faithful. On the first edition, we started to talk about some of the things that we should be ready for, or some of the pointers that we know that says that we are ready, right? For getting married and all of that. And the big liner, the headline of that show was know thyself. Man, know thyself, and to thyself be true. Hey, Clifford says, I see you. Thank you very much for joining us today. Okay, so last week Thursday, we talked about boundaries and some of the boundaries we should already, put in check before we go ahead, with the relationship, and the importance of some of these boundaries. Jegaloni, my face is showing already, you people. On my These are all my family and friends that just finished with me on sharing life issues. Thank you guys for joining us here. And I'm glad that you trust us enough to, share this moment, this hour with us. And I'm hoping that, as always, that we'll be able to get a lot of positivity out of today's show and help people to understand a lot of things better. We always tell you to please send us some of those questions that you have, some of those things that you're wondering about, especially where relationship is concerned. Send to us. So you can always send to Gnosis_help, slide into his DM. He gets a lot of messages. So if you feel like he sent last week, he did not answer you, perhaps he did not see so, right? So you can also send to me and say, look, this is for just before you say I do. I will keep it, package it, send it directly to him, and then we'll talk about it. All right? So I want us to, as we do, talk about, two people's question, our own conversation. Right, boss? Right? Say yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right, cool. So this one says, I am married for 12 years now. No issue. Before marriage, my wife lied to me she was a virgin. After the marriage, I discovered it was a lie. My concern now is we are going through childlessness. What can I do? Time is no longer on my side. I'm 55, she's 49. What can I do? I need your counsel. Matters are rising.
Well, this... I won't put it as a scam, but when people start in a relationship and people start talking about I'm a virgin, I think virginity is the least of my worries in a relationship. Your character is what the major deal is. When I was I think about 2 years after I graduated, a friend of mine was dating this girl, and they got cozy, and she just told him so that she's a virgin and that she would like to let it be, she wants it to be a special moment. When he heard she was he was really shocked, and he was like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to touch you. And he kept his promise till he married her. And after marriage, the wedding night, he was just, I thought you said you were a virgin. She now said, well, I thought you just wanted to sleep with me and leave me. And he said, even to the time I proposed, to the time we were getting married, you didn't think it was a good time to tell me. And, it just became an issue. He didn't sleep with his wife for 6 months. And after, he just said, you know what, I can't do this, because it was a big issue for him. As in, why would you lie about something I'm going to find out about in the first place? I think the virginity issue is not an issue, whether you're a virgin or not. Everybody was once a virgin. It is character. It is character that is the most important thing. And then secondly, at 49, I don't think you should be talking about children anymore. I'm sure she has hit menopause already. So I think except you adopt or you maybe find another person who will give you a child biologically. But let's forget about children. There is no counsel I can give you except to go and steal a child and put by her side or something. It's not possible.
So these things about lying before you enter a marriage, it has caused so much wahala. And then the question now is, what do you do when you find that that person lied to you? Is this enough to walk away from the marriage?
Choma, I will tell you from my own perspective, then I will tell you from what I have seen. For me, once trust is gone, all is gone. If my marriage, the foundation of the marriage, I find out that it was...
Okay, so once trust is a problem.
I think the moment I find out that you lied to me, virginity has been an issue. Then others, like after marriage, you find out that the woman or the man is a single father. Maybe he had a child somewhere, but he did not disclose to you. Things like that can affect the dynamics. If I go with blind trust, the moment you betray my trust becomes an issue. You begin to wonder, what else don't I know?
True.
If you could hide a whole child that you gave birth to and say it is your mother's last daughter, not knowing it is my own daughter. there is a problem. Utility has been a scam from the beginning. There was a time I was taken to a place where they refurbish virginity.
Sorry? What?
They refurbish virginity.
Not chair, I've been a car.
That is, there are some chemicals they will put in the woman to make it tight. You know, for some days it becomes very tight. It's like it forms how do you put it? An imaginary hymen. You know, it. You understand? An artificial, so it makes it a little difficult. And I saw women there, and I was like, okay, for what? Does that mean that your marriage will be a happy one? Does it mean it will be successful based on the fact that you're a virgin? So I think let the foundation of the marriage be sincerity and truth, no matter what. It will stand. But once it is based on falsehood, it starts shaking from the beginning.
So let me read a few messages here, and then please tell them to move your router or your Wi-Fi. They should help us move it around small. Okay, it seems it's working. It's better now. It's better now. You were freezing a lot before, but you are defrozen now.
It's the weather.
Okay, Olumide Adebo says the virginity issue is funny. I don't think most people take it seriously. It's more about the content of their attitude. Jagalori says, serious matter. Lady Yudi says he can go to a fertility clinic. IVF is a possibility. At 49, it's hard though. So surrogacy is the only other way. Surrogacy is the way, and there is surrogacy in Nigeria. It's a very close-knit, very tight
but even IVF, you have to have money. It's almost 2 million naira. I mean, not that much.
Surrogacy. The chances are actually a lot slimmer because she's 49. She's past all her, yeah. Hapakenzi says, I think there's need for forgiveness if the relationship is to be sustained. There is a wound that has festered. Abednego Norris says, no be who gets money go do IVF, which is true. Lady Yudi said refurbished. Wow. Me too. I thought so too, my sister. Refurbished. Olumide Adebo says the most little lie can break a marriage, can break the biggest trust. I agree absolutely.
Yes.
So I want to use this. Sorry, can I, just allow me to slide a question in? And all my family and friends that are here know that I talked about this yesterday. I just want to get your take on it because it's kind of in line with this conversation. This is the opposite of virginity. So this guy says, there's a lady I got to know through radio matchmaking program. That's what's important. We got talking, eventually met. She told me about her past 2 relationships and how she had sex with them doing different styles. She doesn't want it anymore because according to her, she wants to settle down. That was why she contacted me. But here's the thing. Because she's been exposed to the real active sex from the age of 18, she wants us to have sex before marriage so she can be sure I can handle her and satisfy her. She said she doesn't want to risk it. She's just 21 and she has had various types of sex styles. She said she's a tigress and can go non-stop. I've tried talking to people, including the radio presenter, and the first thing that everyone appreciates is her sincerity. Some people, including the presenter, thinks we should do it in order to check infidelity in marriage. Sorry, Pele. So basically, he's a chaste guy. This guy is following the path of chastity. So he was asking, basically, if you should do it. I just wanted to react to this scenario.
At times, I think you just want to look for trouble with some of these questions.
No, they sent it to see my phone. They sent it to me on WhatsApp, on Instagram, so people know I'm not lying.
The lady wants to have sex.
Yes, to check if the goods
He says
are
he doesn't want to have sex.
He's
I
chaste.
have to advise him whether he should have sex or not.
He said that everybody else says they should first appreciate the fact that she's sincere.
Yeah, she told you
Then
how.
second, yes, and second, perhaps they should do it so that it will check fidelity, infidelity. You understand? So if because if he dates her and doesn't do it, she might.
Doing infidelity is not a matter of infidelity. If she wants to see if he can do it, if he's not impotent, if he can actually have, yes, maybe she wants to check out her sexual compatibility with the guy, if he's not.
Yeah.
So, well, why? If you have to ask me, I'll say, go ahead now, you're the one dating her. That's what she wants.
Okay. I'm not asking you further than that. Second question. Sorry, third question, but like second. Please, I have a fiance who has a habit which is not a strong reason to break up. E.g., no sniffing or picking, but it irritates me. Please, what can I do? This seems not like no, seriously. This is a serious question.
I know.
When somebody has some habits, this one says no sniffing and picking, no speaking, and it irritates her. Is that a good reason to break up?
Like this?
Digging deep. But this is a serious question. Is that enough reason to walk away?
I will pick character over habit, and if it's something I tell her enough times, I think she'll be conscious of it when she's around me and would stop it. Maybe she grew up in it because she has not been really scolded about it. No speaking, very rude. Or maybe when she wants to do it, you hit her hands. And but if she's good, and that is her only vice, because you've not complained, you've not said anything about her character, just no speaking. I think that is something that you can handle, something that she can. It's a habit. Habits.
See the look on my face? It's a look of mischief. Because I want to ask another question. In this case, if it's not no speaking or anything of the sort, if it's like snoring. So let me give myself as an example. Wait, I'm just an example. I'm not the case study. You
are close to the case study.
I know the case study. So I'm a very light sleeper, right? I barely actually sleep. I have serious insomnia. It's a problem. I've had it for years. I've been struggling with it. But the slightest thing wakes me up. If I'm dating a guy and I find that he snores, this is not necessarily what you call habit. Is this a good reason to not take it any further?
Snoring has been an issue from generation to generation. Now, this is the cracker there. While dating, some people might not snore. They snore years after marriage, after they've added weight, after you have cooked. Then they start snoring. What would you do?
You have different.
You're dating her. She never used to snore when she came over. Maybe you guys spend the night in a hotel or she comes over. She never really snored. But maybe after the first pregnancy, she now goes like a trumpet. Would you say you are no longer doing?
Okay, so let's move on. Let's talk about the issue of the
But that is after. But if it is before and the snoring is really bad, I'm a very light sleeper, and a woman snores, I will, there are times when my wife is tired, she kind of, it's a very light snore. So at night, I'll now start adjusting her head because I believe maybe something is blocked. So she just wakes up at times. If not for trust, you think I'm about to snap her neck because I'm trying to adjust I try to adjust her neck, and then she says, what? I say, you're snoring. And she said, oh, so I put a pillow. I know there are positions she takes, but it depends on how bad, because there are some people that are. I've had a client record her boyfriend's snore and sent to me as a voice note. I said, please, can I say yes to this? So I listened to it. I listened to it, and I was like, okay, yes to, is it a car? I didn't get. She said, thank you. That is my fiance snore. Wow. Then she now snapped her face. That's how she was just looking all through the night. She now put forever after.
You're killing me. I can't. I'm sorry. Can we just move on?
So, with that one, I said, sister, I will support anything you want to do. If you want to break up, I will support it. If you want to, like, what is this?